Greetings, my fellow normies. I hope we're all doing well today. Again, I want to apologize for a week gap in some of my videos and stuff. I've just been really busy with work. But with one of the greatest franchises, I think, next to Star Trek and Star Wars is Stargate. And I say that because it hasn't been hit by the woke crap and all that. I find um, Stargate, SG1, that was on for I think 11, 12 seasons, and then Atlantis for 5, and I believe Universe was on for 2 or 3, I think, and stuff. And out of all those three, I think Stargate one, SG1, and Atlantis were the best. I think Atlantis, in my opinion, was the best for me and stuff like that. I loved Stargate SG1. Don't get me wrong there. I absolutely love it. There's a lot of story building, a lot of lore and all that stuff, it, and all that stuff. And this is the other thing too that really bothers me because they had powerful women like the Doctor in Stargate One, SG1. I don't know why I keep saying that. I am so sorry. SG1, and then they had Samantha Carter and stuff like that. She didn't start out as a badass, but as the series went on and stuff like that, she grew into it and she became a badass on her own. Not only a soldier, but a doctor. You know what I'm saying? A scientist and stuff like that. An engineer. And all that stuff. And then you had the geeky Daniel. You had the um, you had Teal'c and all that stuff, and it made up the ensemble. You know what I'm saying? And it did it well and stuff like that. And you don't need to write women to be in the forefront at the start unless, and they need to go through trials and tribulations and everything else and all that. And that's what I appreciate about SG1 and with Samantha Carter character and stuff like that. She was not perfect and stuff like that. There's quite a few episodes in which her character was very flawed and stuff and miscalculated and so on and so forth. But the reason I'm talking about this is there's discussion about a development for a new Stargate series. Um, and it's, I guess, progressing pretty well. Um, and all that. It's going to be set between SG1 and the universe canon and all that stuff. I really wish they'd go back to Atlantis and stuff like that, and the Pegasus Galaxy and all that stuff. I thought there was so much lore there, and there's so much just interest and stuff. And I think it's just the fact that everybody in the world is fascinated by Atlantis and the lore of Atlantis. You know what I'm saying, and all that. Matter of fact, there's a guy I follow on YouTube, and he thinks he found the location of the real Atlantis and all that. It's in Africa. It's called the Eye of Africa, and it sits on the, oh man, um, shoot, I can't remember. Wait, hang on. Um, in the, let me see here. All right. Well, you know what? It's it's somewhere off of the eastern coast of Africa and all that. And yeah, I believe it's over by maybe Morocco, somewhere like that, maybe, or the far eastern portion and all that on the northern part of Africa. But to get back to the Stargate situation and stuff like that, there was an article by Sci-Fi. I'm not a real big fan of sci-fi.com, but the Stargate franchise for more than a decade with 3 live-action series and movies and web series along the way. But after being mothballed a few years ago, it sounds like we're closer than ever to getting the gate back online. We already knew former writer and producer Brad Wright, who helped shape the franchise, also ran across, um, talked about all the different series. He had been working on a pitch for a new show, The Past, where he showed the past year or so with MGM. But Hollywood is notoriously slow right up until it's not, and we haven't had much news lately. But we can take solace that things are apparently still chugging along with scenes, and every once in a while we seem to hear something coming out and stuff, and all that. So I don't know what to think of this, but I think with a lot of the franchises in the toilet, you know, and if they can stay away from the woke bullshit, and give us some good sci-fi like The Expanse, you know. Um, that's why I like The Expanse because man, it's really done well. So it's on Amazon if you aren't aware of that. But he says, as flagged by Gateworld, fellow producer Joseph Mazzoli has teased on Twitter and Reddit that talks are progressing towards getting the project off the ground, which is always better news than dead, and even offered up some details for fans wondering what the shape of the project might take. For one, Mazzella made it pretty clear the pitch being developed by Wright is set within the existing continuing, continue they spend several years building across the prior shows. He added fans would see plenty of familiar faces as the series moves forward. So all those characters, SG-1, the alien races, the former characters, the world building, Destiny out trucking across the universe, all those things. My biggest thing with it, with Universe, was the ship. They were on the ship too much and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And all that. And the thing is I'm like, come on, this is a Stargate show, not a freaking Starship show. But specifically, Mazzali noted that fans would get answers to big cliffhanger endings that wrapped the franchise proper, with the final season of Stargate Universe closing out with a ship jumping off its parts unknown. Another thing I had a problem with Universe is I never accepted the cast. The cast was really oddly casted and stuff. I didn't care for any of them. Eli maybe, um, and maybe the main leader and stuff like that, but the rest and stuff, dude, I just did not care for at all and stuff. And some of the technology they used to, basically transport back to Earth and stuff, I just didn't care for it and stuff. It just seemed big deal. You had a freaking gate on the ship, and every time it came out of FTL, you could, dial to a thing, and you got so long to do it. But he also addressed the question of where the potential project might air. It is eventually makes it to the screen. It sounds like it's still on a big screen unknown with the project Mazzali, adding fans would need to subscribe or tune in to whichever streaming service and all that. I think it would do well on a streaming service. 10 episodes per season and stuff. I think it would do great. And I say that because um, you don't need 20, 23 episodes and stuff. And like I said, they're like SG1 had great episodes. There's any number that I can remember that stand out. But then there was a lot of fillers. That's why I like this 10 episode new setting and stuff like that. But what I don't really care for anymore is I'm really sick of the binge model and stuff like that. I don't have time to binge. I'll binge afterwards, but I also don't mind it weekly either anymore and all that. Um, and I think binging is unhealthy anyways. I think we need time to dissect, talk about the episode per week, give some traction, get people knowing about the show, and so on and so forth. And I think that Atlantis, even though it was on for 5 seasons, I think that's what it was. It lacked, and it was on a network, Sci-Fi Channel, I believe, that is notorious for canceling things. So, and all that. And so we need to step away from such services. And with the beer bug, a lot of things are going to change, and probably for the better, actually. We're going to get better content, I hope, and better stuff on TV. There's no more fiddling with woke bullshit. You know. So to wrap this out, with so many properties being mined, revived, and rebooted these days, from Battlestar Galactica coming to Peacock to a full slate of Star Trek shows on CBS All Access, it's wild to think SG-1 has been effectively dormant for 9 years, even since the cancellation of Universe in 2011, from the limited 2018 web series Stargate Origins. I didn't really care for Origins, except they're like little 15-minute blocks of like going back in the past. And I'm like, I'm so sick of the fucking past. It's a massive franchise with literally portal to limitless options. And you have to think it's only a matter of time before someone locks the seventh chevron again. And that's so true, you know? It's got limitless, to be honest. And all that. You can go anywhere, any galaxy. You can create any new enemies and stuff like that. You can even jump off of some of the Atlantis stuff. And that's why I thought it was weird the way that they went into the universe direction. It just seemed very odd, and seemed unpractical and just odd. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wrap this up. We're at about 12 minutes. I hope that we do get a new Stargate franchise show and stuff. Whatever form it takes and stuff like that, I'm willing to give it a shot and all that. I miss my Stargate. I really do. It's just like I miss my Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff. And those two franchises seem to be in the toilet right now. And if they can be revived, I hope they can. I'm just not sure it can be. So, but I'm gonna leave this out and let me know what you think. Are you a Stargate fan? Let me know down in the comments section. Like, subscribe, and let me know too. I know a lot of you are watching my videos. You're not subscribed, so if you would please subscribe, like my videos, and all that. All right, it really helps me, helps the channel, and I really want to grow my channel and all that. All right, so take care, and I'm out. Bye.